What if I told you that one of wrestling's biggest legends never won a world championship? Scott Hall, better known as Razor Ramon, stood on the edge of greatness, but something always pulled him back. But this is a story of a man whose impact went beyond titles, a bad guy who changed wrestling forever. It's a story of friendship, addiction, and redemption that will change how you see the wrestling world. 1992, WWE headquarters. Scott Hall's got one shot to pitch his new character to Vince McMahon. He's rehearsed for weeks, but the pitch, flat, dead in the water. And then, bam, he channels Tony Montana from Scarface. The military character, gone. In its place, Razor Ramon is born. The toothpick, the gold change, the swagger. McMahon is hooked. Fans, obsessed. Razor becomes the guy every kid imitates. Catchphrases, Halloween costumes. But behind the scenes, Hall's demons start creeping in. In that moment, Hall creates more than just a character. He creates a future legend. Razor Ramon will become one of wrestling's most iconic figures. Fans will imitate his catchphrases. Kids will dress up as him for Halloween, and his matches will be discussed for decades. But Hall's sudden rise to fame came with challenges. As Razor Ramon takes the wrestling world by storm, the line between Scott Hall and his character starts to blur. The demons that have always lurked in Hall's shadows begin to emerge. It's a stark reminder that our greatest creations can sometimes become our heaviest burdens. While Hall wrestles with his inner demons, he's about to climb to new heights. Literally. It's 1994, and WWE is about to witness a match that will change wrestling forever. The ladder match is coming, and it's unlike anything fans have seen before. In this new type of match, wrestlers have to climb a ladder to grab the championship belt hanging above the ring. It's not just about pinning your opponent anymore. Now, wrestlers need to be part acrobat, part daredevil, and part strategist. Scott Hall, as Razor Ramon, is gearing up for this groundbreaking showdown at WrestleMania 10 against Shawn Michaels. They're pioneers, mapping out uncharted territory in the wrestling world. The training is intense. Hall and Michaels spend weeks planning every move, every climb, every fall. It's like choreographing a dangerous dance 20 feet in the air with an unforgiving metal ladder as their dance partner. As they prepare, excitement builds. Fans and fellow wrestlers wonder what crazy stunts they'll pull off. The whole wrestling world is on the edge of their seats, waiting to see what Hall and Michaels will do. On the big night, they deliver beyond expectations. They use the ladder in innovative ways, as a weapon, a prop, and a launch pad for high-flying moves. Michaels even performs a body slash from the top of the ladder, leaving fans in awe. The match is a massive success. Fans go wild, critics rave, and it wins Match of the Year from Pro Wrestling Illustrated readers. Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer gives it a perfect 5-star rating, a first for a WWE match. This match changes how people think about wrestling. It opens up new possibilities and inspires future wrestlers. The ladder match becomes a WWE staple, a special attraction fans look forward to year after year. For Hall, it's a career-defining moment. He's no longer just Razor Ramon, the cool bad guy from Miami. Now, he's one half of the match that revolutionized wrestling. His star is rising faster than ever. But as Hall reaches new professional heights, his personal life is on shaky ground. The line between Scott Hall and Razor Ramon is blurring, and his demons are getting stronger. It's like he's still climbing that ladder, but now he's doing it while carrying a heavy weight. How long can he keep his balance before he falls? As the clique forms, a new power dynamic emerges in WWE. This group of 5 wrestlers, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and Sean Waltman, becomes a force behind the scenes. They're not just performers anymore. They're influencing storylines and career trajectories. Their growing clout starts to cause tension. Imagine working hard for years, only to see clique members get the best opportunities. It's like watching the popular kids in school get away with everything while you're stuck following the rules. The clique's influence extends to deciding who gets pushed to the top and who doesn't. Other wrestlers feel like they're living in the clique's world, trying to navigate a landscape they can't control. As their power grows, the locker room becomes a pressure cooker of resentment and uncertainty. Then comes the moment that changes everything. On May 19th, 1996, at Madison Square Garden, Hall and Nash are leaving WWE for WCW. In their final night, the Clique does the unthinkable. After a match, they all hug in the ring, good guys and bad guys together. This curtain call shatters the illusion of wrestling, exposing real friendships that cross character lines. The fallout is immediate and severe. WWE management is furious, seeing it as a betrayal of wrestling's core principles. Hall and Nash are already gone, but the others face consequences. Triple H, as the youngest member, takes the hardest hit, losing his planned King of the Ring victory. This moment marks the end of the Clique as we know it, but it's just the beginning of their impact on wrestling. Hall and Nash head to WCW, where they're about to shake things up all over again. The Clique might be splitting up, but the changes they set in motion are just getting started. The wrestling world is about to be turned upside down, and it all starts with 4 simple words. What could Scott Hall possibly say that would make fans question everything they thought they knew about professional wrestling? It's May 27th, 1996, and WCW Monday Nitro is on the air. Suddenly, a familiar face appears in the crowd. It's Scott Hall, but something's not right. He's not supposed to be here. He's Razor Ramon, a WWE superstar. But there he is, climbing over the guardrail and grabbing a microphone. The crowd goes wild. Is this real? Is it part of the show? Even the wrestlers in the ring look confused. Hall takes the mic and says those 4 words that will change everything. You know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here. Fans are losing their minds. Is WWE invading WCW? Is this some kind of trick? Nothing makes sense anymore. 2 weeks later, Hall's old buddy Kevin Nash shows up. Now it's really getting interesting. They call themselves the Outsiders, and they're not playing by the rules. But the real shocker comes at Bash at the Beach 1996. Hall and Nash are in a match, and they need a mystery partner. Who could it be? The crowd holds its breath. And then, it happens. Hulk Hogan, the ultimate good guy, the hero of a generation, walks out and turns bad. He joins Hall and Nash, and boom, the New World Order, NWO, is born. It's like finding out your favorite superhero was the villain all along. The wrestling world is shaken to its core. Good guys are bad guys are cool, and nothing is as it seems. The NWO takes over WCW like a storm. Their black and white shirts are everywhere. Fans can't get enough. It's a cultural phenomenon. Imagine if the Beatles formed a new band, but this time they're the bad boys of rock and roll. The impact is huge. WCW's ratings soar. For 84 weeks straight, they beat WWE in the television ratings. The Monday Night Wars are in full swing, and WCW is winning. The NWO changes how wrestling stories are told. Suddenly, being bad is cool. The line between good and evil isn't so clear anymore. It's like someone rewrote the rules of storytelling in wrestling overnight. WWE is caught off guard. How do they respond to this threat? They try new things, create new stars, but the NWO keeps rolling. The NWO becomes one of the most influential groups in wrestling history. Wrestlers start blurring the lines between their characters and real life. Fans aren't sure what's real and what's not anymore. It's exciting, it's confusing, and it's never been done before. But as the saying goes, be careful what you wish for. The NWO's success is like a rocket taking off. It's thrilling, but it's also dangerous. For Scott Hall, being on top of the world comes with its own set of problems. The higher you climb, the harder you can fall. And for Hall, that fall is coming, whether he knows it or not. While fans cheer for the bad boy outsider, Scott Hall fights a real-life villain, addiction. It's like he's playing 2 characters at once, and one is slowly taking over. As the NWO's popularity rises, Hall's drinking and drug use intensify. He mixes alcohol with painkillers, trying to numb both physical and emotional pain. His behavior becomes erratic, affecting his performances. One night, he's the Scott Hall everyone knows. The next, he's stumbling through lines, forgetting cues. In March 1998, things come to a head. Hall shows up to a live Nitro broadcast clearly intoxicated, slurring words and barely standing. It's not an act. This is real, happening on national TV. Producers pull him off the air and send him to rehab. His colleagues worry. Kevin Nash, Hall's best friend, says it's like watching someone try to put out a fire with gasoline. Other wrestlers describe finding him passed out in locker rooms or having to cover for him. WCW tries to help, but also makes a controversial decision. They start using Hall's real-life struggles in their storylines. His addiction becomes entertainment for millions of viewers. Imagine having your darkest moments broadcast for the world to see. The question on everyone's mind, will Hall hit rock bottom? His marriage falls apart in 1998, adding personal heartbreak to his professional struggles. In 2000, WCW releases Hall from his contract. The man who helped change wrestling is out of a job, his reputation damaged. But this isn't the end of Scott Hall's story. Sometimes you have to hit bottom before you can start climbing back up. And for Hall, that climb is about to begin, with help from unexpected places. The bad guy of wrestling is down, but he's not out. Picture this. It's April 8th, 2011, and Scott Hall is about to make an appearance at a small wrestling show in Fall River, Massachusetts. Fans are pumped to see the wrestling legend in action, but no one's ready for what's about to happen. Hall stumbles into the venue, and it's clear something's wrong. He can barely walk straight. His words are slurred, and he looks nothing like the confident bad guy fans remember. The promoter's heart sinks. He hired Hall to wrestle, but now it's obvious that's not going to happen. When Hall grabs the microphone, things get worse. He starts rambling, completely disoriented. At one point, he even refers to the crowd as being in England instead of New England. The fans are shocked. Some are angry, demanding refunds. Others are just sad, watching their childhood hero fall apart before their eyes. One fan describes this scene as heartbreaking. Another says it's like watching a car crash in slow motion. The whole event turns into a chaotic mess, with people not knowing whether to boo, cheer, or just leave. As news of the incident spreads, it goes viral. Wrestling websites light up with reports. Even TMZ picks up the story. This moment becomes a new low point in Hall's career. It's a public meltdown that threatens to overshadow everything he's accomplished. Reports later surfaced that Hall overdosed the same night, highlighting just how serious his addiction has become. As the dust settles, the wrestling world is left wondering, is this the end of the road for Scott Hall? Has the bad guy finally gone too far? But sometimes, when you're at your lowest point, help comes from unexpected places. As Hall faces the aftermath of this disastrous night, an old friend is about to throw him a lifeline. The bad guy might be down, but this story isn't over yet. A new chapter is about to begin, one that could change everything. Diamond Dallas Page, a wrestling legend, offers Hall an unconventional path to recovery. Yoga. But this isn't your typical yoga class. It's a unique program that combines traditional yoga, physical therapy, and calisthenics, designed to heal both body and mind. At first, Hall is skeptical. How can stretching exercises fix years of addiction? But DDP isn't just offering a workout routine. He's extending a hand of friendship and support. As DDP puts it, I knew Scott needed a friend, not just a coach. Slowly, Hall starts to see the potential. He begins to understand that this program is about more than just physical fitness. It's about regaining control of his life. As he dives in, the changes are remarkable. When he started, Hall was overweight, immobile, and in constant pain. With each passing week, he becomes more flexible, stronger, and clearer in mind. The physical transformation is impressive, but the mental change is even more striking. Hall rediscovers his confidence as the fog of addiction lifts. He loses weight, gains strength, and maintains his sobriety. DDP Yoga becomes more than just a program for Hall. It's his lifeline to a better future. As news of Hall's transformation spreads, it catches the attention of the wrestling community. People who had written him off start to take notice. Hall's journey with DDP yoga challenges traditional ideas about addiction recovery, showing that effective solutions can come from unexpected places. But the real test is yet to come. Hall has made incredible progress, but can he stay on this new path? The wrestling world watches closely, hoping that this comeback story will have a happy ending. Hall's journey becomes a beacon of hope for others facing similar struggles, proving that it's never too late to turn your life around. Scott Hall stands on the brink of wrestling immortality. The WWE Hall of Fame calls, and fans wonder if the man behind Razor Ramon can rewrite his legacy with one speech. In March 2014, WWE announces Scott Hall as a Hall of Fame inductee. The news excites and worries fans who know Hall's rocky past. Can he stay sober for this big moment? As the ceremony nears, Hall works hard with Diamond Dallas Page to prepare. It's like getting ready for the biggest match ever, but Hall's opponent is himself. The wrestling world waits eagerly. Kevin Nash, Hall's close friend, says he's proud. Even old rivals cheer Hall on. It feels like everyone in wrestling hopes for a happy ending. On the big night, Hall steps on stage looking healthier than he has in years. The crowd cheers loudly, curious about what he'll say. Hall starts his speech, and it's not your typical thank you talk. He's open about his past mistakes, but focuses on how he's getting better. Everyone listens closely. Then, Hall says something unforgettable. Hard work pays off. Dreams come true. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do. These words sum up his whole life story. The speech is a hit. People stand and clap, some with tears in their eyes. It's more than just Hall's win. It shows how anyone can bounce back from tough times. As Hall leaves the stage, something has changed. The bad guy is now a symbol of never giving up. His Hall of Fame moment isn't just about his wrestling career. It's about his new role as someone who inspires others. After the speech, people share clips online. It's inspiring wrestling fans and anyone facing their own battles. Hall has turned his darkest times into a way to help others. Wrestling has seen many comebacks, but few as powerful as Scott Hall's journey from addiction to the Hall of Fame. As he starts this new chapter, it's clear the bad guy might be gone, but the comeback kid is here to stay. Scott Hall's journey from wrestling superstar to addiction survivor has a profound impact on the industry. His story exposes the challenges of fame and demonstrates the importance of support systems. Hall becomes a beacon of hope for those facing similar struggles, his openness helping to reduce the stigma around addiction in sports entertainment. The wrestling world responds to Hall's experience. Promotions are stepping up with new wellness programs and support systems for their performers. It's a shift in attitude, acknowledging that strength in the ring doesn't mean facing personal battles alone. Hall's story serves as a powerful reminder that behind the larger-than-life personas, wrestlers are real people with real challenges. His transformation from the grips of addiction to Hall of Fame inductee is a testament to the human spirit's resilience. It's like watching a tree grow from a seemingly barren landscape, defying the odds and reaching new heights. As we celebrate Scott Hall's resilience, let's turn our attention to another wrestling icon, Andre the Giant. While Andre's towering presence made him a legend in the ring, it also brought significant challenges. His life, marked by his battle with acromegaly, was a mix of incredible highs and profound lows. Despite his fame, Andre faced physical pain and isolation due to his size, revealing the personal battles these larger-than-life figures endure. Join us as we explore the life and legacy of Andre the Giant in our next video, uncovering the human story behind the legend.